Welcome, everyone. I hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday night. I'm just trying to share this in here, so I'm going to stop talking so there's not an echo. I'm just sharing into my page. There we go. It's just going to be a quick live. I know it's Sunday. And a lot of people probably have to get up pretty early. So I promise it's just a quick live. I can't talk and do this. But I'm learning. It's a learning process. I'm learning. Okay. So I wanted to hop on and talk about Parker a little bit. Like I said, I won't keep anybody too long. Hi, Jen. I have done a few, two videos on Parker. He was last seen in Crossville, Tennessee, walking down Webb Avenue as far as we know, which is very important, October 20th, 2018, with an older man. So if you want to go, I encourage you to go watch those videos because you will know what I am talking about here tonight. If you are watching from the page, a lot of the episodes I do will have multiple videos like this. And I do it from YouTube and then I share it to the page. So I really encourage you. That's what the page is. I come here and I do my videos and we go there and kind of discuss. That's where families and friends can reach out to me. So yeah. So if you are interested in knowing about, a couple of cases that I've covered in Unraveling Tennessee, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, especially if you're on the page. That way, I'm going to start letting people know ahead of time what's coming up. So that way, and set it up so that way people can start setting reminders and whatnot. So yeah, like and subscribe. I really want to get the channel out there, so I can get the right people watching that need to be watching. YouTube is a video platform, so that's kind of why I do the videos from there now. And I want to reach the people that will, that I need, them high up people it needs to reach. So I've done a few videos on Parker, and such amount of support. I love it, and he should have gotten it a long time ago. And I mean, not saying it wasn't there, but it should have been known like this. We should have had a place to come together specifically for him, for his community, for the people that loved him. So I encourage you to go watch them, especially if you're from Crossville and you haven't heard of this. You might, you never know, it might jog something for you. You might have heard of something that you didn't even know. There are multiple ways to reach out. If you have a tip or a lead, we have talked about a very big one that we feel investigators could have investigated, but that doesn't mean that, we don't know if it is the only one. Do I believe that's, something with his car was happening at the time? Absolutely. But could there have been something else simultaneously going on at the same time? Yes, we all know that is very much possible. So by all means, I've been looking into this one. If you have something else out there that I should be looking into, don't be afraid to tell me. And I know that I have the name does his name ring a bell? Because I feel at this point, I'm going to put a name out there and see if somebody recognizes this name. But this is not somebody that I've ever talked to. This is not somebody that has reached out to me. This is not even somebody that is no longer here with us. So I'm just kind of, I believe that, and we're making no accusations. We're not saying that he was directly involved with Parker's disappearance. And we're not saying that he wasn't, because honestly, we don't know, and he's not here, so I'm not going to speculate on that at this time, or maybe at any time ever. I just believe that, maybe he had some information that I'm hoping that he may have spoke to somebody about, again, just for cooperation reasons. I will never speak on anybody's names. I have told every family, every friend, everybody that's reached out to me, I'm very stern on the fact that I will burn everything down to the ground before they ever made me feel that I had to give me your name. And the way I see it, there was plenty of time to investigate and run down these leads and talk to all of you. Will I give them leads? Yeah. Will I nudge them? Yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, they're gonna have to start from scratch if they want to get to where I'm at. See what I'm saying? So, by all means. So I want to know if this person's name rings a bell. I'm only going to release the first name because I feel like if that name does ring a bell to somebody, then those people are the people that I need to be talking to, and that kind of narrows it down. So yeah, and that's kind of where we're at. And like I said, we're running this one down. So if anybody out there has any, especially, if he was seen after October 20th, that would be so huge. And knowing, he was last seen. So I would like to, the last week, if I can, place him within that last week. That would be awesome. That just means he was alive and well and not missing for a few more days, and I think it's very important, at least for it to be noted and cooperated and very very credible. So I want to throw this out. He is no longer here, respectfully, and I don't want to cause any harm to his family. As far as people giving them a hard time and harassment, because there's no need to. I just wonder if he spoke with anybody on some valuable information, and even if people might not think it was at the time. So I want to know if anybody thinks that the name Steve sounds familiar. And like I said, I don't feel it's really important to give a last name. The people that know that name are the ones that there's very few that I want to be talking to anyways. Please don't relay any information in the comments, or if you're on here or Facebook right now. If you're on YouTube, there's an email linked tcspotlight21 at gmail.com, and on my page it's the same. You can message me through my page. My page is the same name as my YouTube. I try to have everything matching. I just want to know if anybody out there, if the name Steve rings a bell. I believe that he may have had some information or not. I just want to make it perfectly clear when I put out these videos, is to corroborate or discredit. And as the more information comes out, the videos may change a bit, especially if there's, leads out there that I'm not hearing about that I should be hearing about. By all means, like I said, something, I do believe something was going on with the car. I could be off. There could be something happening with the car and something else going on at the same time. So everything around that time is very important, even if you don't think it is. So I just want to throw that out there. We are asking, anybody on the page, we want to do a slideshow, and we are going to, this is going to be the photo I use for his slideshow, actually. And at the bottom, we're going to have, his birthday, the day he went missing. And I haven't put his on there because I'm really, I'm trying to wait to see if maybe that date will change or not. So, but we'll put his birthday, the date he went missing, his county, his district, and his DA. So we're asking for any family in Tennessee that I have talked to or that has mentioned it on my page, to start sending in photos with that information on there. And we plan to do a slideshow. When we did the 13th billboard, that was just something that us, the families approved to have on there, and it was a group, and it got denied, and they're fighting it. So we decided from that was really the inspiration to open it up to all Tennessee and have everybody's and put it in a slideshow. So that's what we're doing. If you're on the page, there's a post about it. You can read more about it. But this picture was from more around the time when Parker's child was born, which was a few years before he went missing. So this is about what Parker would look around the time that he disappeared, and this one as well, that was seen in the other videos. I just want to make sure that we show a little bit more, updated pictures, because maybe somebody was like, oh, okay, that picture is different. I did see him. And like I said, I want to, yeah. If I could narrow the whole month of October down, that would be awesome. Again, if you think the name Steve may ring a bell, I promise you can reach out to me. You're safe. I got you. Everybody has got you. There's a huge group of supporters. Parker is not the only one. You go and you look at all the other Unraveling Tennessee cases, and you will have so much support. So, yeah. We really want to know if the name Steve sounds familiar. And that's probably the only name that I'm going to give out for a while. I just hope people understand. He's not here to speak for himself, and I'm really just hoping. All I really want to know is if he had a conversation with somebody. If somebody's listening and was like, okay, maybe go back and watch the videos. Think back to that time, and reach out. So that is all. I didn't want to take up too much time tonight, but I figured that is some very important piece of information that I want to put out there and get people kind of thinking and reaching out. I really just want to create a timeline. That's all I really want to do. A more like a very detailed timeline, so that way, pretty much whoever out there that wants to help me or put pressure on the local LE, this is a pretty good time, especially if was seen after the 20th. The timeline alone could be very damning reasons why to take a look at it, especially if they haven't taken a look at it. So that's all I'm really trying to do is just create it, because there was, there's not that there's a lead that we've been talking about, but there's not a lot of his movements, and that's what I want to know is what were his movements around that time. So yeah, there's many ways you can reach out to me, and I would very appreciate it. I'm here to speak for Parker and figure out, just what happened so we can bring him home. He deserves to come home. No matter what. No matter what the situation is, he deserves to he deserves to come home. His daughter deserves to have him home, have a place. So, and I can tell a lot of people care about Parker. A lot of people. And that's all I'm trying to do, because that's what should have been done in the beginning. So that is all I have for you guys tonight. Just think about it. Go back and watch the videos, and definitely reach out if there's something else that I should know too. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, that old saying. Absolutely not. So, oh yeah, Jen. I look through his pictures and I see him with this little girl, and yeah, I think whatever, just speaking to everybody and knowing that there's a very big possibility of an outcome that people are just not ever hoping for. At least we can still bring him home, and there will be something to tell her. Something to tell her. And yeah, I couldn't imagine it's one thing to not have him, but not to be able to tell her anything. That's a really tough one to swallow, guys. So then that's all I'm trying to do is give her something, something for somebody to do something to be able to tell her. So, it tells all of his family. But that little girl, yeah. She doesn't need to ask about her dad, and the answer be, I don't know. And that is all we're asking for. So, you guys have a good Sunday night. And this is Ash with TC Spotlight. I will see you next time.